Okay, so today we're going to be animating a picture in Photoshop. So you need to open Photoshop and go to New File, and then we're going to make it 7 inches by 5 inches. You can leave it at 72 and change it to transparent. If I hit Control 0, it'll make it the entire screen. So now if you go back to Schoology, if you go in the 6/4 3, there is a picture. So you can right click on the picture, copy the image, go back to Photoshop, paste the image in, Control T, and just make it fill the screen. You can make it fill the screen by holding down the Shift key when you are using the handles. So to get the handles to go away, you click Enter. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to go up here to our quick selection tool, and we are going to select just the guy. If it has too much in it like this one, if I hold the Alt key down, I can make it so that all of them are there. Oops. Oops. Making a mess of it here, aren't I? We're going to clean it up a little bit once we're done, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but I probably would have it so it's close. All right, so now we're going to cut it, which is Control X. We're going to make a new layer, and we're going to hit Control V, and we can go ahead and just move it to where it goes kind of again. All right, so now we're going to turn off the layer we just created with the guy on it. We're going to go to make sure that the bottom layer is selected, and we are going to use the lasso tool. So I'm going to go, oops, maybe not like that, but I'm going to go up right by it. I just don't want it to be exactly on the end, but I'm just making sure that all of it is located within it so that, because what you're going to do is you're going to, once you have it selected, then you're going to go up here to Edit, Fill, and change this, if it's not already there, to Content Aware. And then if you click OK, it's going to take a minute, but then it kind of fills it in so that it looks like there was nobody ever there. All right, you can go ahead and just continue a couple spots if you want. Do the same thing. That might be a little big, but we'll see. And then you hit Control D to deselect, And if I turn my guy on, there he is. All right, so now we're going to be working on our guy on this layer, and we're going to make him so he moves all the way across our screen. It's like an animation. The first thing we need to do is go up here to where it says window, and we need to come down to where it says timeline, and then you hit create video timeline. So now it looks like if you've ever done any kind of photos or video, it will look like that. And we're going to work on this one here. Okay, so once you can move this around, see how when you put your cursor here, it's up and down. I'm just going to put it, I only need to be able to see my second layer here pretty much. We're going to go over here to the right, this little down arrow, and if you can see, it says position. And what we're going to be doing is putting keyframes in. So if I click the position, and see how it's sometimes it is filled and not. So if it's filled, it is a keyframe, and it is right here where this red playhead is. And then we're going to take the red playhead and we're going to put it at the end. And then we're going to take our man and we're going to move him to the end. And then we are going to add another keyframe. So when you are over here at this, you're going to click on it and it will turn yellow. So now if you take your playhead and you go in between the two, it should move them left and right. Okay, so basically what you're trying to do is put in two keyframes, one here and one here. Once you have it, you can go ahead and hit the play button and it will play for you automatically. And once it is done, you can save it as 3D animation. So you need to go to File, Export, Render Video, because we're in video, we are not in any kind of flattened image. So once this comes up, we can name it. So we can change this to Animate 3D. You can select what folder it goes into. You can tell where it's going right here because mine's going into Documents. I don't want it to go into Documents, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this. I'm going to go to OneDrive, 21-22, Intro to Arts, third quarter, and so that will be what I am doing, and then I'm going to click Render. It shouldn't take too long because these are pretty short. So once it is done rendering, then you should be able to open it. And then it will play. That is what you need to turn in. If you have any problems or questions, please let me know. If not, have fun.